Hello, I'm Emily Howling, a placement student for the Beam Diagnostics group at Diamond Light Source, and today I would like to invite you to walk into work with me. So I've climbed what is imaginatively known as the Mound, and I'm now standing above Harwell campus. Behind me you can see ISIS muon and neutron source, which is another particle accelerator we have here, and if I pan round, that is Diamond Light Source, that is where I work. It's an electron synchrotron, which means it accelerates electrons to nearly the speed of light, and then those electrons, when they go around a bend, let off really intense radiation, and we use this radiation to look at really tiny things or inside things that we wouldn't otherwise be able to look at. So it's used for engineering, physics, biochemistry experiments, even archaeology, so it's a really vibrant and awesome place to be working. So here I am outside zone 4 of the synchrotron. I'm about to pop my mask on and head in. So, what you can see here is a spare part of the accelerator. It's a spare arm with sextipoles are the yellow ones, quadrupoles are the red ones. These are all different kinds of magnets. And a dipole magnet for bending the beam of electrons. So every morning I have to walk around this, which is quite cool. Just casually walk around a spare bit of accelerator and head into my lab. Ta-da! I am an authorised person. Ooh, spooky. There's a light switch. There's a light switch. Hello lab! I like to say that every morning because it makes me happy. Once I'm in here I can take my mask off because I'm the only person that uses this space. This is my lab, which is pretty cool, for now at least. And so behind me on the table, this is my beam halo monitor. As you can see, my beam halo monitor is a beautiful mix of very expensive optical equipment and bits of cut up cardboard. This beam halo monitor will be used to look at the electrons inside the beam, and in particular the electrons that are around the edge of the beam, which isn't really where they're supposed to be. These are the electrons that are misbehaving, and we want to understand these better so we can understand why we're losing energy, so we can make the beam more efficient and more stable. Today I'll be doing some of the final tests of this first version of my beam halo monitor so I can really understand it well before I move it into the accelerator on Monday. So what we've got going on here, which is usually covered by this masterfully fashioned cardboard shield, is we have a very bright white light source, we have a diffuser which makes the light a lot more even, and then this is the target which I'm using my monitor to image so I can test how well my monitor images things. This here is just a lens to collimate the light, which means we don't lose as much on the way because it all stays in a nice straight beam rather than diverging. And then I have my wonderful system of mirrors to make the source several meters away, like it will be when the halo monitor is in the accelerator. So we have one mirror, and then the light bounces over here, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then the light goes all the way over here to that mirror, which gives the right distance and angle to finally bounce onto the beam halo monitor, this first mirror on a rail. And then the light goes here, that final mirror, and then into the first lens of the beam halo monitor. And this is a very fancy lens. It's an apochromat, which means it focuses white light very well. You don't get a lot of chromatic aberration, because most lenses, they have different focal points depending on the frequency of the light, whereas this manages to bring some of those frequencies to the same focal point. And then we have some lovely baffles which help eliminate any stray light. And then finally, we have a camera on a motion stage, so I can move this back and forth so I can find exactly the right point to focus on my source. And that is my wonderful beam halo monitor. As you can probably tell, I did not tidy my lab before making this video, so what you see here is a very accurate depiction of what my lab is usually like. Another thing I'll mention is that if I'm going to be touching any of the mirrors and lenses, then I wear swanky purple gloves so I don't get my fingerprints all over them. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed walking into work with me.